Hello, my name is Manoj Vishwanathan. I'm a DIT student at Subranjaya Learning Center. My matriculation number is 9906-2001-5461-001. In this present day, I have a description speech on modern day clothing and its social impact. The history and psychology behind this growing industry just amazed me. Clothing, also known as clothes, garment, dress, apparel, or attire, is any item worn on the body. Clothes are often constructed of fabrics or textiles, but over the time, they have also been combined from animal skins, various thin sheets of materials, and natural items from the environment. All the human civilization share the practice of wearing clothes, which is mostly limited to humans. The style and the amount of clothes worn are determined by the wearer's gender, body type, social environment, or geographical location. By creating the barrier between skin and environment, clothing protects the wearer from the various obstructions like weather, rough surfaces, sharp stones, and bug bites, by the way. Clothes may act as an insulation against cold and heat weather also. Additionally, clothing shields the skin from UV rays. The date when the human first started donning clothing has never been settled upon by the scientists, and estimates put by various specialists have inflated widely from 40,000 to as much as 3 million years ago. Nevertheless, clothing and its modern evolution is not a bad proposition. I have prepared a presentation slide with the advantages and the disadvantages of the modern clothes, while overlaying the slide for some period of time. And also it shows the development from the 18th century till now. For example, fashion embraces a variety of subcultures, each with its own distinct style. Individuals may discover clothes that correspond to their favorite fashion subculture, ranging from sweatwears to bohemian, gothic, or preppy. Moving on, modern clothing evaluation is sportswear help athletes to improve in their performances. The sport and active wear with advanced materials enhance athletic performance. The lighter it becomes, with the most wanted technology enhancement, give a good result on athletic performances. Brands like Adidas, Nike, Under Armour continuously develops new ways to improve their clothing, also modernize them for better performance on its feedback. Improved and modernized clothing compared to 20 or 30 years before the current era is way better and improved technology for good results in sport industry. Which is going to be my next point, technology and integration. This is a very relevant to the previous point. Also my last point on advantages. Modern clothing frequently includes utilization elements that cater to certain demands and activities. The emphasis of functioning has various benefits, including increasing the practicality and the usability of clothing items. Modern clothings emphasize on utility improvements the entire user experience by making the clothes more practical, convenient, appropriate for certain activities or content. More clothing adds more comfort, safety. Effects of culture maybe changes the world, but I strongly believe there is still some humankind left for us out there to be understand and grow on. As I see this modern clothing and its impact has a huge change in society and culture, but human emotion and its so-called sixth sense haven't faded away yet. Modern clothes offer numerous advantages in the terms of comfort, style, and performance, but this is not an issue if it has been abused. However, they come with challenges like environmental impact, labor conditions. This is completely based on modern capitalism. Well, the consumers have their right to voice out, so has the laborers and their demands. By making conscious choices and supporting sustainable practices, we can create a better future for fashion. My last point is social pressure among society. The pressure to keep up on excessive consumption and keep off the trend is a social pride. Among the new generation, culture appropriation refers to the adoption or use of elements from one culture by members of another culture, often without proper acknowledgement, understanding, or respect. It involves taking cultural elements such as symbols, clothing, hairstyles, art, music, or rituals from a minority to a marginalized culture and using them outside of their original context for various purposes, such as fashion art or entertainment. Cultural appropriation has become a continuous issue, raising concerns about misrepresentation, cultural commodification, and perpendicular harmful stereotypes. For example, cultural appropriation may exacerbate social and economic inequality by celebrating characteristics from a disadvantaged culture when adopted by a dominant culture, while members of the originator culture experience prejudice or negative repercussions for the same activities. In the end, unnecessary consumption of goods and resources is beyond what is essential or sustainable. In the end, by promoting a more mindful and sustainable approach to fashion and social impact of our consumption is the fashion industry. I've come to the end of my speech. Well, all the ideas and information I share is completely on my research, perspective, and point of view. As an egalitarian, I believe I have come across this far for being not being biased or prejudiced. I believe in most history of the world and its human impact. Cultural effects changes. Supporting sustainable practices, we can create a better future for fashion. Today, everyone wants to be distinctive, but formerly, everyone wants to look identical. Fashion has developed from a reaction to cultural changes to an expression of a person's uniqueness. Fashion's objective is no longer social confrontation. One thing has been consistent in fashion over the ages and continues to this day. Individuals with wealth and influence continue to wield control over the path of fashion history. Previously, it was the royals, today the celebrities, large companies, and brands. However, the public has more influence than ever before in the fashion history, and their choices driven the fashion market. Thank you. Since it has been night when I'm shooting this video, signing off with a good night. Greetings. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you very much. I'm sorry for the continuous frame changes and also for the continuous location changing because I had to shoot on two devices simultaneously. Thank you for this opportunity. Thanks a lot.